So today we're going to be doing entitled parents. I've been watching a lot of these because they're actually kind of getting really addicting, hearing everyone's stories and stuff. So I'm just going to choose one now. I'll just do this one. I want my money back because I hired Fat Princess. Hi everyone, I made this account so I could post this as I wanted to share my own entitled mother horror story. Way back when 2009, I worked for a party character company. I was hired by entitled mom who specifically wanted a little mermaid for her daughter's birthday. They were to have 15 kids and wanted me to do face painting and gifts. Half payment was given to hold the date, and remaining fee was to be paid at the end of the event, as stated on the contract. Before the agreement was signed, I confirmed with her 2 times that she was having 15 kids, only as well that I reminded her any additional children would be $5 per child. Keep this in mind for later. One week before the party, entitled mom called me a total of 4 times because she began nitpicking on what specifically was agreed on the contract. I reminded her the copy that she had in her email and the details were set for the party. Fast forward to the end of the party, and the party wasn't supposed to start till 4 p.m. I arrived half an hour beforehand to get dressed and set up for the kids. Entitled mom gave me and my assistant a look up and down with a look of disappointment on her face. Here's where it begins. Entitled mom, you're the Ariel I hired? Mom, me. Yes, ma'am, I came here early to set up and get ready. Entitled mom, I thought you would come already dressed. The kids are already here. I looked at her confused. Me. You stated in the contract the party was before 4 p.m. Entitled mom rolls her eyes. Well, it's too late now. I want you to start in 15 minutes. Yells for her husband. Take these 2 to the garage so she can change. Entitled mom turns around and walks away while her husband was thankfully understanding and helped accommodate us while I got into the dress and set up. Once decked out in the dress and wig, I was ready and go inside. I am about to sit down to greet the kids after their meal in the other room when suddenly 40 kids walk into the room. Entitled mum looks at me with the same disappointed look and folded arms. While I admit I wasn't prepared for this many children, I was grateful. I always carry spare gifts and such in my car. The assistant who wasn't there to help with the games and face paint took a few photos as a client record, not to be published, but entitled mum demanded him to erase them because she didn't want her kids on social websites. To which he explained it was for company records and it wouldn't be used on any website unless she signed a photo agreement, which she didn't. Entitled mum stormed off to busy herself with something. The party went off without a hitch, but we ended up going an extra half hour due to entitled mum wanting us to stay longer. When it came time for the payment, entitled mum left it to her husband, who came over to pay us. I brought the contract to show him what she signed and what was due, especially now that since we were suddenly had an extra 25 kids unexpectedly unexpectedly. The father looked over the contract and agreed, and gave us the correct payment along with a tip, which was appreciated. The next day, I'm at the company in a meeting with my boss. As we go through the prior events of what happened that day, because he received a phone call from entitled mom stating, "I want my money back. Your Ariel character was horrible. She didn't do anything at all. The kids had a horrible time and hated her. She demanded an extra payment for the extra hour, and the kids too, which I already paid for. My husband didn't have to pay for that. 4 years up until now, I've never had an issue or odd complaint. I showed my boss the contract she signed for, and explained him that what happened with the extra 25 kids, and the fact that I had 15 minutes to get ready because of her time screw up, and stayed half hour extra. I also brought the photos to show how horrible of a time those children had, and stayed half extra. I also brought up the photos showing the horrible time those children had, laughing and playing around, dancing along with me. My boss calls entitled mum back while I'm here. While I'm there, he explains to her what she agreed to on the contract, to which now entitled mum loses her damn mind, yelling at the top of her lungs, "I can't believe I paid for that crappy character. She didn't even have real red hair. The dress color was wrong, and she was too fat to be Ariel or any princess." Side note, I'm a size 8 and wore a 15 Ivy fluffy green dress with the petticoats for that princess look. Who hires a fat princess? If I'd known about her ugly looks, I would have gone with a better company. Mind you, she hired us from the website which I'm dressed as Ariel in. Literal face photo and all. My boss is staring at me, trying to maintain composure. "Ma'am, I'm sorry you feel this way. However, from the photos I'm currently looking at, it shows the kids were in fact having a wonderful time. Also, 40 kids is quite a lot. You agreed to 15. She confirmed you 2 times, but instead you brought a total of 40 kids and did not expect to pay for them. I'm sorry, ma'am, but unfortunately, we won't be giving any money back. And as the evidence and our actress was correct, you agreed to the contract. It was paid for, and take care. Have a great day," he said before, and he entitled mum belted out loudly. "Done it, Flaz." My boss promptly hung up the phone and then contacted the 2 sister companies to be aware of entitled mum. Anyways, that will be the end of this episode of Entitled Parents or any Reddit things. Okay, so bye.